Hey guys, Kimmy Vapes. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Dreamer Mech mod by TimesVape and designed by Stan, otherwise known as TenaciousTXVapes. Let's go ahead, go down below, and take a look at the Dreamer Mech mod. Okay, here it is, the Dreamer Mech mod, manufactured by TimesVape and designed by Stan, aka TenaciousTXVapes. I did receive this product from TGSVapes.com. If you're interested in picking up the Dreamer mechanical mod, you can go over to TGSVapes.com. And it is in brass and copper. The one that I received for review is copper. Opening up the box, you'll see here that we have a TimesVape polishing cloth. Next up, we have an information card which includes a lot of safety and warnings, your battery safety, as well as specs on the mechanical mod itself. And flipping it over, you'll see here more information about the mechanical mod, as well as your recommended battery orientation. And it shows here that this mech mod is capable of using 18650 or 2700 or even a 21700 battery. And as with any mechanical mods, please make sure that you know Ohm's law as well as good battery safety. And this is a hybrid mech mod. So a few extra precautions with a hybrid mech mod is to make sure that your RDA has a fully protruding 510 pin. And as you can see, the size dimensions here on the card as well. Looking in the box, you'll see here your mod, whether copper or brass, will come in this nice protective sleeve. And right on the front there, you see the Dreamer logo is etched into the mod. Very nice, really smooth. And this is advertised as red copper. On the top you'll see it says designed in the USA by Stan. On the bottom it says be tenacious and TimesVape with the little TimesVape logo in the center. And the button there also, as you can see, has notches, so that'll prevent your button from spinning, and is also beveled in the center. The other thing that comes in your box is 2 spare springs, so that if for any reason one of your springs is damaged, you have 2 extra springs. We'll take a closer look here at the mod. The top of the mod is 25 millimeters, so it will accommodate any RDA up to 25 millimeters with no overhang. On the inside here, you'll see that there is no insulator, so make sure that your batteries are in good condition, no tears. And as I pointed out earlier, that is a hybrid top cap. And here at the bottom button, we'll unscrew that. Really nice smooth threads on both the top cap and the bottom switch. And you can see the bottom switch also has 3 vent holes. If we flip it over here, you can see there is a Delrin or peak insulator type material here. This little plastic bump up ring. It actually is spring loaded and allows to adjust for battery rattle. So this is a floating adjustment. Nice springy short throw. And you can see the contact is silver plated. Now pulling out the Delrin battery tube here, you'll see it has 2 little notches on the center of the Delrin, and that helps keep the Delrin tube inside the copper tube without it sliding around or rattling. And there at the top is your contact plate. And taking a look inside the copper tube, you will see the threads are nice and smooth. No burrs or anything. Very well machined. And as you can see here, it tapers from 25 millimeters up to 27 millimeters. And then the top cap tapers back down to 25 millimeters. It is a reversible tube for customizable grip so that you can run your mod with the Dreamer logo at the bottom or at the top. If you reverse it, you'll see here that the diameter of that 25 millimeter taper changes from being closer to the bottom to being closer to the top. Now let's go ahead and get a battery, and I'll show you how you can install an 18650 battery or a 2700 battery. Okay, the first battery I'll be showing you here is an iJoy 2700. So we'll remove the spring-loaded switch, and we'll place the iJoy 2700 in positive side down. And you can see there's no gaps. Both the top and bottom caps sit nice and flush. And now to use an 18650, we'll simply insert the Delrin tube with the metal contact facing the positive end. And for this 18650 battery, I will be using a Sony VTC5A, and I'll insert that positive side down. And you'll notice that it's a tight fit, so that when you first put the Delrin insulator tube, it may not fall all the way down to the bottom, and you can just use your finger and push it down all the way. And there it is with the 18650 battery. You'll see the top of the Delrin, it's metal contact. And the throw on it is the same whether you have a 2700 or an 18650. Very nice smooth throw. The RDA that I will be using is the Carrot RDA. If I can get it to focus here. You'll see that the Carrot RDA has a very nice protruding 510 pin, which makes this RDA safe to use on a hybrid mech mod. Always make sure when using a hybrid mech mod that you use an RDA with a protruding 510 pin. And also just to note, whenever I'm using a mechanical mod, a hybrid mechanical mod, I always screw my atomizer on first and then insert my battery. Even with self-adjusting switches, it's still advisable to screw your atomizer on first. That way when you insert your battery, the position is already established for the battery, and you don't have to worry about accidentally denting your contacts in when screwing in an atomizer. Okay, and she's firing nice and hot. So now we can go back up top and have a vape on it, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions about the Dreamer Mech mod, manufactured by TimesVape and designed by Stan TenaciousTXVapes. Okay, so that was the up and close of the Dreamer Mech mod, designed by Stan TenaciousTXVapes and manufactured in China by TimesVape. So what do I think about the Dreamer Mech mod? This is one of my favorite mech mods to use today. I have a couple different mech mods, many of them hybrid, and I will say coming out of China, this is a top quality mech mod for under $100. You really can't go wrong with it. The fact that it is 25 millimeters at the top for your RDA, so accommodate any RDA up to 25 millimeters. The fact that it is 18650, 2700, and 21700 battery compatible. It has a very nice short spring-loaded throw on the bottom, which is recessed, so you can sit it down without worrying about it auto-firing. It has the ability to change out the top cap ring and the bottom spring-loaded pin. You can either have the Dreamer logo sitting at the top or the Dreamer logo sitting at the bottom. It comes in either copper or brass, but I also hear Stan said that it may be available also in stainless steel and Cerakoted copper, which would be really awesome. I would love to have a stainless steel version of the Dreamer Mech mods. All of the threads are very smooth, no burrs, no issues as far as the machining goes. It is a 2 mod, so there's not a whole lot to say. I mean, it hits hard. I love that they have the adapter for your 18650. Currently I'm running the VTC5A 18650 with the adapter in here. Now I will say that although the directions say to put the battery positive side down because the venting in the bottom, be aware that when you're running a battery positive side down, if there is a tear in your battery wrap, you're going to create a hard short through the Mech mod, and that is going to give you very little time to react. On the opposite side, if you put your battery positive side up and you have a tear in your battery wrap, it is still going to short, but the current is going to travel through your coil and give you more time to react to that hard short. If you have it positive side down, it's not going through the coil, it's going through the body of the mod, essentially turning the entire body of the mod into the positive and thus closing the circuit. And what that will cause is your battery will vent and possibly go into thermal runaway. More likely to go into thermal runaway because essentially there's zero resistance. So your battery's amp limits are going to be exceeded by that current going through, because depending on whatever voltage is left in your battery, that full amount of voltage is going through the body of the Mech mod versus having it positive side up. The current is traveling through that coil, which if you built correctly, the resistance of your coil is going to be below the max amperage of your battery. And that gives you a little more time to react, get the battery out of the mod, and stop it from going into thermal runaway. So that's just a brief thing that I wanted to mention with Mech mods. There is a lot of controversy as to whether you should run the battery positive side down or positive side up. If you're practicing good battery safety and your batteries don't have any tears in them, running them positive side down is just as safe. It's just that it's all about how much time do you have to react if something does go wrong. So for me, I usually run my batteries positive side up. This one does have a completely Delrin sleeve for the 18650, so I can run it positive side down safely, because I know if for some reason I overlooked a tiny nick in my battery, it is completely encased in Delrin and it's not going to make connection with the body of the Mech mod. Now back to talking about the positives of the mod. The copper one is nice and heavy. I like the looks of it. The ergonomics of it, the fact that it tapers down here in the center, allows it to rest between your forefinger and your thumb and be able to fire it. And it doesn't slip down as much because you have that nice ergonomic tapering in, and then it gets larger at the top and the bottom. So that's really nice. It's very comfortable in the hand. As far as cons go, really I don't have any cons for this Mech mod. It's very simple. The button is very easy to completely disassemble, to change the spring if you find that your spring is losing its strength over time. They include 2 extra springs, which is really nice, and the fact that they include a polishing cloth, so that anybody that is the owner of copper and brass, you know that it patinas really quickly. So it's nice that they include a polishing cloth, and overall this is a really great mech mod, and I highly recommend it to anybody that's looking for a mech mod in the $100 or under range. This is a really good one. So great job, Stan. Great job, TimesVape. And that's all I have to say about the Dreamer mech mod. You guys have a great day. Thank you again for watching. And remember, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. You guys have a great day. I'll see you later.